we come with that heat, we got skip on the.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good.
Man, can both of these guys win, bro? Can we just have that?
Knock out at the same time.
Yeah.
Which one hit the ground first?
This will be Dustin's retirement fight. Unless he wins, right? Still
Dude,
retired?
if he wins this belt, there's no way that he walks away.
And welcome back in $1 Million Extras. We've got UFC 318. It's Skylar and live from Memphis, Tennessee. Welcome in, Kyle.
What's going on? Let's get these picks, baby.
Oh, yeah. Exciting times.
Let's talk about some UFC first. What do you feel? How do you feel about Ilia Topuria?
Well, it really feels like that happened about a week ago. It's kind of surprising that we're already doing another episode, Kyle. Ilia Topuria, he's a badass. It's about all I got to say. UFC 318 will feature the self-proclaimed, former self-proclaimed maybe, best boxer in the UFC, Max Holloway. I don't think that's the case anymore. After Max lost to Ilia, and Ilia's done what he's done since then and before then. But Ilia Topuria, dude, I think he's one of the best out there. I know that's a hot take, I guess, but
who do you feel like gets it next? Do you think Armin possibly gets it next? Do you think they do Patty while it's fresh and hot? They're both in their primes, arguably. Which one are you taking?
So Dana said that he would not have let Patty come into the octagon post-fight if he was there. Dana White put the belt on Ilia and turned around and went back to wherever he watches the fights at. And then Joe Rogan's high ass out there was like, he's talking about Paddy Pimblett. Come on, Patty, bring him in. So personally, I would love to see Paddy Pimblett, Ilia Topuria. I think that would probably be the most hyped opponent that you could give Ilia right now. Although I do think that there are a couple ways to go about it. Maybe, give Patty Justin Gaethje for, title contention fight. Arman Tsarukyan is the number one contender. He's been the number one contender for quite some time. He was supposed to fight Islam Makhachev, UFC 311. Obviously, he backed out about 24 hours before. That's when Renato Money Moicano moved into that title fight. And I think because they initially had said that he had a back injury, Arman Tsarukyan did. That's why he pulled out. But then Dana came out and said that he missed weight, and maybe that was due to a back injury. I don't know, but he missed weight, and it seemed like Dana was wanting to punish him for that. So will he be the next up? I don't know. You also have Justin Gaethje, Paddy Pimblett, Dan Hooker even in that top five. But I think what you could do is do like a Justin Gaethje, Paddy Pimblett. I mean, I would love to see it.
Dude, it's hot right now. That's hot what right now. The beef's still fresh. They were beefing when they weren't even in the same weight class. Especially they weren't even fighting each other. They have that history. They have that bad blood. This is the closest thing we can get. It's not even on the scale of Conor Khabib, but it's the closest we can get right now. It's the great value version of it, and I say book it while it's hot. Because say they don't book it for some time, Patty or Ilia gets an injury, then they're going to be like, oh, we didn't fight at his healthiest. Right now, they can't say that. Book it.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I would love to see it. That would be my number one pick if I was making the decisions. But, I mean, so out of those few that I just mentioned, who do you think has the best shot at matching up with Ilia and taking the title from him? Would you give that to Arman?
I would say, dude, I'm going to get hate for this. Patty, bro. I think, if what we saw against Michael Chandler was true domination and not just like a skill issue, I understand Michael Chandler's not the best opponent, but If that was just true domination and he can ragdoll people like that at that weight, he obviously walked in there huge. He looked huge against Ilia, or facing off against Ilia in the octagon after the fight. I think Patty would give him the hardest matchup just stylistically. I think Arman obviously is a very good matchup as well, but Arman looks like he's struggling to cut that weight. It almost looks like he's hurting. So I don't know, man. Obviously, I'm just gonna say Patty because I'm pushing for it, but
yeah. Dana White also did say that Arman was the backup fighter in the Ilia Topuria Charles Oliveira match. And I think that
automatically means that you should be the next fighter. In my opinion, that it's kind of like I'm sorry I was injured and I pulled out of the last fight, but here is my apology. I'm going to cut weight. I'm going to make weight to be the backup fighter for two fighters that are going to make weight anyways. But
yeah. So what about what's your take on your boy Du Bronx? Man, what's next for Charles Oliveira?
I mean, dude, we're at an age right now where we're about to see a lot of our favorite fighters start to decline and retire.
Yeah.
Do I think he's done? No, I think he can definitely still have some wind and fire in him. But obviously, I mean, you saw. I mean, dude, it's hard to say anything because Ilia's just good, dude. Ilia gets in that pocket, he gets comfortable, he doesn't care. He can take some blows, but it looked like Charles was getting some hit some of his respect with these elbows, but obviously that didn't matter after after too long. And I just needed round 2 to start, man, and it didn't happen.
I mean, Ilia called his shots, man. That's what he does. He said he was going to knock. He loves Charles. He respects him. He hated that it had to be him, but he's going to knock his ass out in round 1, and that's exactly what he did.
Dude, that's a cold line to drop too. Of either what did he say? Something about like I hate it was you or something like that before it even happened. Like
this when they were facing off at the interviews, the press conference. They were talking in. Was he talking Portuguese with Charles Oliveira? Was that what that was? Because they were talking back and forth. I think it was
Spanish. I think it was Spanish.
Probably was.
I don't know. It was something I don't speak and I didn't know it. But guess what?
Yeah, it all sounds the same.
I saw some translation. You might need to cut that one out. I saw some translation down in the Instagram comments. So
yeah. Other big UFC news, Kyle. It was announced by President Donald Trump on the 4th of July that the 4th of July 2026 will be the 250-year anniversary of our country. And what better way to celebrate than a big old UFC event on the White House lawn? So,
that'll be a fire time, dude.
Yeah,
cool.
It's going to be the biggest UFC event of all time. Card,
100%.
Location, anything. Like
who do you see headlining it?
So I've got 2 options that I would love to see as the headline.
I can guess them right now for you.
Go ahead.
Michael Chandler, Conor McGregor.
Nope. You talking main? I'm talking main event.
Main event. Yeah, I'm talking John Jones, Tom Aspinall.
Yep, that's one.
I'm talking Ilia Topuria and.
Go ahead.
Patty.
I was gonna say Islam.
Oh yeah. That would be a good. Oh yeah, by that time too, maybe.
Yeah.
You're onto something.
Yeah, I think either one of those could be able to sell that pay-per-view. Not that they're going to have any trouble selling it.
Predominantly a lot of American, like have an American fighter in the fight. So
yeah, I think the way they could do that is, maybe have a couple fights that don't have Americans in them, but mainly there should be one American in every fight. I think that would be cool since it is, at the White House. But
did you see Tim Welch's? He was like saying how it would be cool if it could be like if he's just talking to as big fights as they have, like it could be the Sugar Show and maybe Corey if Corey's
Sandhagen.
And then just basically putting on maybe Umar even, but then as like the opener to the main card, and then slowly but surely getting up there, and you get like McGregor, Michael Chandler, like that'd be sick. Apparently McGregor's back in the. I don't know if this is true or not, but I saw some tweet that said he's in the testing pool, and I was like, "That's cool if it's true."
Well, there have been tweets about 2 fighters. One of them tweeted himself. I don't know if Conor did or not. It's hard to think about.
He did something himself.
Yeah, it's hard to think about anything Conor McGregor related right now.
Getting crazy.
Yeah, he's been working out. But
true.
John Jones has also reportedly entered the testing portal after 2 weeks of retirement after the President Trump announced the White House event. So a lot going on, a lot to look forward to. But as we break into here, UFC 318 Saturday night in Louisiana. It's New Orleans, right? It's in New Orleans?
New Orleans.
Yeah, New Orleans. We'll see Dustin, the Diamond Poirier, and Max Holloway. This will be Dustin's retirement fight. Unless he wins, right? You think he's done if he wins? He's still retired?
If he wins this belt, there's no way that he walks away like, oh, yeah, I won. No, if they offer him Ilia Topuria, because Ilia Topuria wants that BMF belt, he's over here walking around with it like he already has it. Dude, that will be the retirement fight. Yeah. Ilia Topuria is going to send you to the shadow.
He's going to retire.
Respectfully. But I hate to see Dustin. I would hate to see Dustin get knocked out. Do I see him get knocked out? Honestly, I don't know, dude. Both of them can grapple. That'd be a fun fight. That'd be a super fun fight. I understand that maybe it's an older guy versus Ilia again. We've seen it time and time again. But, dude, that would be sick. Yeah. And there's no way he's like, oh, I'm done. But anyways, okay, we're gonna get into it. Don't worry, guys.
Yeah, lots about to happen in this episode, I think. So the main card does start at 10 o'clock Saturday night as the per usual. Michael Johnson, Daniel Zellhuber will open up the main event. Zellhuber, younger, big favorite. He's 15-2. Michael Johnson, 23-19. Right now, the odds are minus 590 for Zellhuber, plus 390 for Michael Johnson. Zellhuber's 26, Johnson is 39, 4-inch reach advantage for Zellhuber. This is a guy, Zellhuber, never been knocked out. Michael Johnson has been knocked out 10 times in his career. And, you add that together, you get the play of knockout for Daniel Zellhuber, plus 185 is what I'm looking at. I don't know, we'll get to the picks later.
What I have. That's also what I have.
That's about all you can say.
I mean, let's just go through and do the winners first, and then we'll go through our picks. But I think Zellhuber is a safe take on this one. After seeing him at the Sphere, kid's good. It was a test kind of, and he is good. I say kid is used the same age, but it's whatever. Yeah. But regardless, dude's good.
He's also very tall to be in lightweight, 6'1".
I don't know. I think it's going to be a fun fight to watch just because Zellhuber. I think this card's it's been getting called like, oh, this card sucks, whatever. But I think it's a pretty fun card.
Yeah. Michael Johnson is on a 2-fight win streak right now. Zellhuber's last fight was a split decision loss to Esteban Ribovic at UFC 306. So, but yeah, give me the young guy in this one, Daniel Zellhuber. So. After that one, Kyle, we're looking at Dan Ige, Patricio Pitbull. Pitbull is somebody we've talked about before. His last fight was his UFC debut against Yair Rodriguez at UFC 314. That was the Alexander Volkanovski Diego Lopez pay-per-view. He's 0-1 in UFC, but 36-8 in his professional career at 38 years old. Dan Ige, 33 years old, 19-9. 5.5-inch reach advantage for Dan Ige. His last fight was he finished Sean Woodson. I saw where a lot of people thought that was an early stoppage in that fight.
What do you think about that? Do you think that's true?
I mean, it looked like,
dude, it looked fishy.
It was one of those where like you could maybe see why, but you could also see why it should not have been stopped at that time. So I leave that to the referees, man. They know I agree. So much more than I
definitely
do.
I definitely think Sean Woodson would have still put up a fight. I mean, I like Sean Woodson. He's a tough dude. He's a good fighter, but I don't know. I was definitely questionable of that as well. But anyways, onward.
I'm probably going to take Dan Ige in this one, Kyle. The minus 215 favorite, plus 164 for Pitbull. I feel like Pitbull's got a lot of pressure on him to prove himself in the UFC. He's had a long career in MMA, successful career in MMA, But, Yair Rodriguez is a very, very tough opponent to make your UFC debut with. Maybe he has a better ending with Dan Ige. Maybe it goes more in his favor, but I'm gonna stick with Ige in this one.
I think the styles make fights, dude, and I think I love Dan Ige. Dan 50K Ige. I love him, dude. A dog. But I see Pitbull taking this one, I believe.
Upset alert in this featherweight bout.
At plus 168. If I was confident in one, besides the main event, we'll get to that. If I was confident in one, I got to say Pitbull money line on this one, just because I think styles make fights, and I think stylistically, he may have the reach advantage, Dan Ige that is, but he's not going to be able to keep Pitbull on the outside as easy as Yair did. So I think that this will go in Pitbull's favor.
Yeah. I mean, I think this is going to be one that will be very exciting. I do have a play with this that is paired with another fight, but we'll get to that here in just a minute. So, yeah. Dan Ige, Patricio Pitbull. We'll see. We'll see about that featherweight one. But another familiar name for us, Kyle. I know we started doing these episodes with UFC 311 that did feature Kevin Holland, and we've talked about him 2 or 3 other times since because he seems like he fights every month. But he's going to be taking on D-Rod, Daniel Rodriguez. Kevin Holland 28-13, 19-5 for Daniel Rodriguez. Rodriguez is 2-3 in his last 5. Flip that for Kevin Holland, 3-2. Holland has a 3-inch height advantage and a 7-inch reach advantage. A lot slender, thinner type of guy. I think Holland's much quicker than D-Rod. And if at any point Kevin Holland sweeps his leg and the fight goes to the ground, he definitely has the advantage on the ground. But this is going to be one where most of the fight's probably going to be on the feet, if you ask me. Kevin Holland minus 530 on the money line, plus 360 for Daniel Rodriguez. And Kyle, were you telling me that people might be sleeping on D-Rod in this one?
I don't think necessarily sleeping on him. No, I think Kevin Holland will definitely get it done. But I do like Daniel Rodriguez. I mean, that last fight, I believe, if I can remember correctly, I could be wrong. But I believe he was losing the fight going into that 3rd round. But then that 3rd round, it was just a fun fight because I never counted him out, and I had a bet on him for a KO. And of course, round 3, he just made me wait. He gets it done. I do think that he can take some blows. I think that he's a tough dude. What I think people are sleeping on is that Kevin Holland's just going to get him out of there. I like Kevin Holland, I think that he has the ability to get him out of there, but I see D-Rod being a little tougher to get out of there than, say, his past opponent.
Yeah, D-Rod is on a 2-fight win streak, split decision over Alex Morano in October, and as you said, the TKO over Santiago Ponzinibbio in May. For Kevin Holland, his last fight was a round 2 submission over Vicente Luque at UFC 316. That was the Marab and Sugar Sean pay-per-view. This is, like I said, his 4th fight since UFC 311 in January. That UFC 311 fight was a round 1 submission loss to Rainier de Ritter. So Holland, I'm one of those people, as you just mentioned. I think Holland's going to come out there and put it on him. He's the much quicker fighter in this match, and I think he's going to come out there and light it up. He's just going to be too quick to handle, in my opinion. Now, is he going to get the finish in round 1? Probably not. Is this fight going to go the distance? Probably not. We're going to have to meet somewhere in the middle, but we'll get to the plays here in just a little bit. And as we move on, Kyle, a guy that we recognize, 2 guys we recognize the name for in this middleweight fight, Paulo Costa, Roman Kopylov. 14-4 is Costa. Kopylov 14-3. So almost identical record-wise, but when you look at the last 5 fights for each fighter, 1-4 is Paulo Costa, 4-1 is Roman Kopylov. Take it a step further, 6-1 in his last 7. But when you look at the out of the 4 losses, 3 of those for Paulo Costa came with Sean Strickland, Robert Whittaker, and Israel Adesanya. So, you know, he's not out there fighting any scrubs. That's for sure.
Who do you have in that one?
So this is the one that I had paired with the Dan Ige fight. I'm going Roman Kopylov in this one. 3-inch reach advantage. Not too much to look at in that category, but minus 245 favorite is Kopylov, plus 186 on the money line for Paulo Costa. Both fighters 6 feet tall, same age almost. Kopylov does have, out of his 14 wins, 12 by knockout, 2 by decision. And for Paulo Costa, 11 knockouts, 1 submission, and 2 decisions. So yeah, I'm going with Kopylov in this one. I think he's just a little bit too much to handle, which I like Paulo Costa. When you look at him, he looks like the prototypical fighter. He's good in pretty much every category, but with the ways he's been losing and the amount of times he's lost here recently, I'm not going to put any money on him. Let's just put it that way.
I think that you were right in that prediction. I think Kopylov definitely has it. I do have him. I mean, I know we'll get to picks later, but I do have this going the distance for these two. However, I don't know. I mean, I like Paulo Costa a lot, and I think, like you said, the people he lost against is very notable. But at the end of the day, I think that if Paulo Costa wins, they're definitely going to try to get him back with Hamzat. I think that, that was entertaining and stuff, watching them go back and forth. But at the end of the day, I think Roman Kopylov will take this one.
Yeah. No, I'm with you on that. And that'll be the co-main event for UFC 318. And as we make our way to the main event, these guys, they know each other, they love each other, they respect each other. Dustin Poirier, Max Holloway. This is a trilogy, which normally doesn't happen when one fighter has beaten the other twice already. But this is the second trilogy that Max Holloway's been a part of. But it hadn't really been looking good for him. If he were to lose to Dustin Poirier this weekend, he would be 0-6 in these trilogies, losing 3 to Volkanovski, 3 to Dustin Poirier if he were to lose on Saturday. So Max Holloway got a lot to prove out in this one. This will be for the BMF title. So like we said, Dustin Poirier wins. He walks out with the BMF title, might have a shot on the line for the lightweight title here coming up. It's hard to walk away from that, Kyle. It's hard to walk away from that.
I don't see him walking away from it. I see him, if he wins it, I have him winning it. I have Dustin winning it. But if he wins it, like I said, I don't see him turning down a fight against Ilia Topuria.
Yeah. These two fighters have combined for 56 wins in their MMA careers and a stunning 27 knockouts. Do you think this fight is going to go all 5 rounds of them just knocking the snot out of each other's noses, or is this going to be one where maybe we see a finish? I don't see it.
I think it was MMA Guru that I watched. I think they respect each other so much, they're not going to go out and just like try to knock each other out. I think they're going to go out there and they're going to respect each other's, I mean, they've fought twice before. They're going to fight, and they're going to slug it out. I think it'll come down. I think it'll go to round 5 for sure. I don't see them getting a distance or finishing round 5 either. So I definitely see this one going the distance. One thing I want to say is, Dustin, I know you're watching this.
Of course he is.
Don't walk out to shine bright like a diamond. Don't do it. This is your final fight, right? Final fight. I'm putting that in air quotes because you're going to win. You're going to fight Ilia. You need to walk out to Diamonds from Sierra Leone by Kanye West. Diamonds are forever. Tell me, Skip. Tell me right now,
chills,
dude. That would be sick. Seeing Diamonds Are Forever, because I mean, you're basically saying I'm gonna be a person in the sport forever, which he is. He's gonna be.
He's a legend. He's a living legend.
It needs to be Diamonds Are Forever, and then he can do his whole thing with get down. Pay the cows to be the boss.
Yeah, no, I'm getting goosebumps. I don't know if it's from the idea that you just gave me.
It was from the vocals.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm leaning towards right now. But Dustin Poirier, 30-9 in his career, 26-8 for Max Holloway. Dustin is 2-3 in his last 5, 3-2 for Max. Slight reach advantage for Dustin, 3 inches. Man, can both of these guys win, bro? Can we just have that?
Knock out at the same time.
Yeah.
Which one hit the ground first?
Hey, I will say this. If there was a way to make this bet, I would put my rent on it. If the fight were to get to the last 30 seconds in round 5, 20 seconds in round 5, up to 10 seconds, there's going to be a point where in Dustin's last fight, whether it's him or whether it's Max, one of them is going to point down in the middle of the octagon and say, let's leave it all right here. Let's duke it out. Like we saw with Max Holloway and Justin Gaethje last summer.
Max Holloway's thing, man. You got to.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of Ilia, the bad dude, that's one thing I did like seeing him right in the first 10 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you can do that last 10 seconds, cool. You're already beating this guy. You know you've beat him pretty much. You know he doesn't have enough power in him. But do it right now.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good. Anyways, let's get to these picks, all right?
And then Max did the whole thing.
Yeah, that was good too.
That was Max's last fight. It was a knockout loss in the 3rd round to Ilia Topuria back in October. The last fight before that was the one with Gaethje at UFC 300. Like I said, Dustin's 2-0 versus Max. First one was by submission. Second one was by decision. So, you said it, Kyle. Let's get to the main entree of this meal. All right. First of all, do you have any plays for the prelims? Anything that's not main card?
For the prelims, I do have, let's see here. I have 2 that I like.
Kyle's the prelim guy over here.
Dude, I love prelims, man. Prelims are where the best fights happen. Let me say something. There's a fight on this card that's a bantamweight fight that needs to be on the main event, and that's Kyler Phillips, and I hope I'm saying this right, Kyler Phillips versus Vinicius Oliveira. Like, why is that on the prelims? I don't know. But anyways, you got to put some interesting fights on there.
Yeah.
Anyways, get to my picks. We have not a lot of time left, so I'm going to burn through these prelim picks. It's just 2 of them. I'm going to go Nikolai Moneyline. I should have gotten that full name, but that's a hard full name to say. You know what, though? I'll find it, though.
Yeah, go.
But in the meantime, I'm going to say Kyler Phillip fight, no distance, plus 148. I think that those guys are scrappers, and I think it'll be a good one. For Nikolai, I'm going to take a shot at this last name. Nikolai Varentinnikov. Yep.
There it is. That was perfect, dude.
Money line, plus 122. That's the only 2 plays I'm really playing. I'm putting a little unit or 2 on those 2. I'm not going crazy on those. I like the main event or the main card enough. I'm going to find some value somewhere in that main card. Anyways, you take it. You go ahead and start with this Zell Huber fight. I think we both said ours, actually. Zell Huber by KO. I think we both can agree that is our play. Plus 185.
Because of that, we're going to get a Michael Johnson win. Because we both agree on this one. Because that's how it always happens, right?
True.
Let's see.
And if it happens, you got to go ahead and reference this and then play that like circus music and then showing Michael Johnson getting his hand raised. Yeah. Anyways.
So Zell Huber by knockout plus 185. Me and Kyle agree on that. So I've got 4 plays. I think 4 is where it's at. 2 pay-per-views ago, I went 7 plays, 1-0. Last one, I think I went 4 plays and won 3 of them. So that's kind of what I'm aiming for right now. The last couple times I've only done 4 plays. I won 3 of them. So
all right, get to it.
Anyways, Dan Ige money line and Roman Kopylov, money line. You pair those together, plus 106, last I checked. So around even money for that 2-leg money line parlay. Danny Ige, Roman Kopylov. Anything with the Danny Ige fight for you?
I'm taking Pitbull money line, plus 168 on that one.
All right, way to just shit on my parlay. What about the Roman Kopylov one?
Kopylov, I got. Whoa! You just skipped over.
Oh, I did skip
Kevin
one.
Holland.
Sorry.
Kevin Holland. I got Kevin Holland and Rodriguez fight to start round 3. I put yes, and that's minus 110.
Okay,
so not a ton of value there, but I mean it's good. Minus 110 is good.
I'm gonna go Kevin Holland double chance, knockout or submission. So if the fight does go the distance, I'm screwed either way. Or if D-Rod wins, but Kevin Holland double chance, knockout, submission, minus 155 is what I'm looking at.
Nice.
All right, Roman Kopylov, and
I got Kopylov by points, plus 120.
Yeah.
You like that one?
Sure. Why not?
Oh, you don't. Oh, you took your money line, didn't you?
Yeah, I took a money line. That's fine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
For the final fight, I have Dustin Poirier money line plus 112. Because the BMF title has never successfully been defended.
Oh yeah, I was also going to mention this to you.
And technically, if Poirier wins and then he retires, it's not going to get defended again. So it's just going to be an ongoing thing.
So your trend is that the BMF title has never been successfully defended. My trend that I saw was that the last 6 fighters that have lost to Ilia Topuria have won their very next match. So that would say, by that trend, that Max would win. With your trend, Dustin would win. I may sprinkle Max money line, but that's not going to be my play. I would love to see this fight go the distance. And I know with the last pay-per-view, we were doing our picks, and the over-under for rounds in the main event between Topuria and Oliveira was over 1.5 rounds. That's what I picked because I wanted to see more action. And 2.5 minutes into the first round, the fight was over.
We don't have to talk about it. We don't have to talk about that one.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, Max Holloway, Dustin Poirier goes the distance, minus 134. That's my play.
Well, I like that one too, honestly. I might throw that one on there.
And
I did see one lotto play.
Max money line.
I did see one lotto play, and this may just be his past one hitting that drove this home for me. I'm putting minimal money on this, by the way. D-Ride by KO plus 900. Why not? I mean, dude, plus 900 is pretty cool. So
Kevin Holland has been knocked out before. It's happened. All it takes is one punch. It can happen.
D-Rod's tough, dude. Come on, man.
9 times your money. It can happen.
Anyways, that's about all I got in me.
Yeah.
Got some picks. We threw them out there. I'm not doing any AI parlays this time. I'm not, but I did ask AI how the Kopylov and
Paulo Costa
fight was. That's the only thing I asked. Actually, let's go look at these odds real quick. We have a few minutes left. So, it said Kopylov would take that one by KO or TKO in rounds 2 or 3. So we're going to see those odds right now, and that is plus 600 KO or TKO in rounds 2 or 3. AI, that's another one. You know what? D-Rod KO plus 900. Not a lot of faith in that one. Kopylov KO rounds 2 or 3 plus 600.
Yeah, I'm going to write that one down. I'll sprinkle on it.
I'll sprinkle on that one. How about I scribble out this D-Rod one?
Kopylov round 2 or 3 knockout.
We're so traditional right now, on paper.
Oh yeah,
man.
pen and paper, buddy. Pen and paper.
We don't need those notes. That note app,
Yeah. Well, Kyle, I guess that'll do it, huh? I mean, it is almost midnight here on the Thursday night.
Yep.
I got a lot of work ahead of me, huh?
Hey, you'll get it done, brother. You're a workhorse.
I always do. Somehow. I always do.
Somehow, some way.
Unless we don't do it.
Well, it's been a time, everybody.
It's been a time. UFC 319 will be in August, I guess?
I think so.
Is that the DDP fight?
In Chicago, it should be. I haven't looked much at it at all, brother. Yeah. Chase Hooper. Who does Chase Hooper fighting? Alexander Hernandez. I mean, I know. I'm just
Aaron Hernandez.
No, Alexander Hernandez. Drakkar Close. Oh, fights on that card. That's a banger. This has got to be a. Oh, it's August 17th. DDP and Hamzat Chimaev. It's funny, dude. All the other fights are August 16th. And then because theirs is at 12 a.m. Central, it's DDP and Hamzat. It shows August 17th.
Nice.
Anyways.
Well, that's going to do it. UFC 318 here on $1
Million Extras.
It's been a long day, bro. It's been a long day. But, yeah, we're almost through it.
All right, everybody. Been a time.
Absolutely. UFC 318, you have our plays. Now go watch it with us. Not with us, but you know, you get it.
Go win with us. We're tired.
Let's $1 million
I'm going to go to bed right after this.
I'm not. I'm not.
Wait, I got to give you a thumbnail. Let's see here.
Bring that notepad up that you had. Bring notepad up. The notepad you had.
Oh, yeah, we got to do the... Is this blank? Yeah, you can write something on the back of this, you know?
Yeah, for sure. There it is.
I hope you leave these in here, dude.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I hadn't signed off yet. We hadn't told the people bye yet. All right. Bye, everybody.
Peace.